Morning everybody, it's Lynn. Well, it's not got out yet, but it's not raining. We've not had any rain for a long time, but I'm hoping it does, because today it's washing day for me. So while I'm doing that, I thought I'd just come on and do a little video. I've had a few requests from some of my subscribers that would I make a video. Well, I'll tell you now, there's been no stitching. This is this is Flosstube video. Don't ask me which number, I can't remember. Could be 96, 97, but I'll put in the description box below. We've not got off to a good start, have we? Right, we'll start again. Good morning everybody, it's Lynn. We've been away to Somerset and Coventry we called in at for a couple of nights to see some relations. Then we went on to Somerset to see my daughter and her family, and then we moved back up country after a week and we stayed in the potteries, and we went to my lovely pottery that I like to go to, which is Burley, and then we went to Emma Bridgewater's. But first of all, I'll show you what I've managed to pick up while I was down in Somerset. So I don't know why, but every time I go to Somerset, I can pick up without any problem in our magazine suppliers, one of them, which is W.H. Smith's, and I managed to get Just Cross Stitch, which is the summer edition, which if I look for that round where I live, no, I have to send away for it, and then I have to pay postage, and yeah, postage is half the price of what the magazine costs. So there are some nice, I've had a look through, there are some nice things in it. I like to buy this. I've got to admit, I've never stitched anything from it, but I think this is a nicer magazine than the ones we get in UK. This is called Hummingbird Garden, and this is part 2. This is absolutely gorgeous, is this? Yeah, it would be worth stitching that, and it's done with Sullivan's threads, if you've heard of Sullivan's. So make in America. This is quite nice. Garden welcome. Quite like that. And it's got a 2024 Nashville Needlework Review in here to read. Now that's lovely, that. It says, happiness is a basket of fresh strawberries on a summer's day. Now that, I quite like that. That'd be worth stitching. Can't see who it's by. So they've made it as a flat fold. And everybody's into strawberries at the minute, aren't they? And there's patterns and templates in here for doing the strawberries. I've not got round to finishing any of mine off. Like I say, we've been away again and I've not done a stitch. I took it with me. I took quite a lot of different projects with me. Not a stitch. Too busy having fun. with my family, and quite like this, the seat packets. So that was in just cross stitch summer 2024. And the other one I managed to pick up was the Halloween. Now I know a few of you have already purchased this, but I won't do a flick through of this, but I'll show you the back 2 pages. This gives you an idea of what's actually in here. Now, I'm not a big Halloween fan, but some of these could be classed as autumnal, and I like that idea. I'm not into cutesies, but some of them I would. Like the owl. I think he's, and the owl, and the raven. The owl and the raven. I'd probably do those. I don't class those as Halloween. They're more autumnal to me. So that's just giving you a preview of what is in this magazine. Yeah, that's the owl there. It's quite, it's different. If you're looking for something different to stitch. Yeah, I can't find any more. No. Right, we'll move on. Otherwise you're just watching me flicking through a magazine. Oh, there's a black cat sampler here. You see, I wouldn't class that as being Halloween. And for people who like cats, that's quite nice, is that? So there's the magazines that I managed to pick up. I've also, I'm way behind with this. I should have subscribed to it and I didn't. It's Cottage Garden Samplings Fabulous House series, and I'm up to number 7. I know there's more out than that, but that's as far as I've got. That's number 7. And while I ordered that, I don't know whether I've shown you this before, I ordered these threads. Now these are Classic Colourworks, the new threads, pack of new threads, and I thought, oh, I'll get those. One's called Weather Vane, Misty Mauve, and London Fog. And this is a nice, it's not black, it's showing up as black, it's more greys, but there is black in it, and that's them all together. And with that came a free pattern, and this is stitched with those colours. I thought that was nice. Not had a go at that yet, but it's a free pattern that came with the threads, and it's by Little House Needleworks, complimentary chart with the purchase of the Classic Colourworks threads. What did I say it was called, that? Weather Vane, yeah, Weather Vane, London Fog, and Misty Mauve. And it shows you the different colourways that they've stitched them. That one has been stitched with all of the colourways, and then they've been stitched with just the one colour. So I apologise in advance if I have shown you that before, but I can't remember whether I did or I didn't. And little heads up, if you shop in Tesco's in England, that's a supermarket. Picked this up the other day. Calf kits in black, canvas as well. And this little, I just thought that this little hook that they've used to hang them on the shelves, if you put a button on that down there, you could use it as a closure. Just a thought. And it's a lovely canvas back. I think it was something like £4.50, and it'll make a good knitting or stitching bag, I thought. While I was down in Somerset, I went to Threads, which is a needle workshop. They do have a website. They have one in Burnham-on-Sea as well, by the looks of this. Their website is Material Needs Co UK. Threads it's called. Can't really see it properly. It's not being stamped very good. So, what did I purchase in there? Yes. Well, there you have it. I make lots of purchases, don't seem to be making very much these days. Yeah. Well, lies another tale. I was making some new curtains for our bedroom at the caravan, and it's William Morris fabric, and it's not being cut right, so I'm having problems lining it up, but I will get there. I've made one curtain. I need to make another 3 to go with them. But yeah. So let me show you this before Bill comes back. Bill's gone for his bloods taking this morning, routine bloods. So I thought I would make a video as well while he's not about. Bought this. Now, I got a panel last year of Springer Spaniel, and I made him a cushion for Christmas, and he never saw it, he didn't know. So I managed to buy this one. So let me get that back in the bag before he comes back. So that's a little surprise for William for Christmas. He's not seen that. He sees most things, but he's not seen that. And this Threads down in Minehead, I love that shop. I think it's been took over since the last time I was there, which is about 3 years ago. But they do sell a lot of Moda fabrics, and I've never bought any of these before, these little 2.5 inch squares, but I did this time, and these ones are Sundance. I'm not going to open them because I did one of them, and yeah, the banner's not gone on right. And this one is called Old Glory. So I thought I'd have a go at making some project bags with those. Plus, yeah, it's fatal when I go in this shop. I managed to pick up some fat quarters. Now I'm not quite sure what this one's called. This is gorgeous. Because it doesn't have the band on it, on the piece I picked up. That's one of them. And I thought, very autumnal, you know, for making bags. Does this one? I think this one does. This one is called Prairie Dreams by Kansas Treble Quilters, and it's a mode of fabric. A little ditzy print, that's gorgeous. All autumnal colours, yeah. That's what I thought. I was in the mood for buying, because we've nearly had our summer now here in the UK. This one is, I love this. This is Prairie Dreams by the same person, Kansas Treble Quilters, and it's a mode of fabric. Gorgeous this. And then, yeah, I bought 4 fat quarters. They weren't expensive. They were £4 each, I think, in that shop, which I think was reasonable. And then I got this one. And I don't have a name to this one either, so I can't tell you what it is. It's gorgeous though. Don't know whether I've got it upside down or right way around. Does it matter? No, I think it's right way around. Beautiful. So watch this space. You never know. Next time I could have some project bags made. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I'm going to have time because we're going away again for my birthday and our wedding anniversary, and that's coming up soon. So, oh, I'm going to sneeze now. Excuse me. That's playing with fabric. Also in this threads shop, I saw this. A free pattern for this. It's King Cole Curiosity. Is the yarn that they've used for this shawl. I thought that was quite nice, but I didn't see the Curiosity wool. The one that I've managed to pick up is called Batik Swirl Stylecraft. This is by, and there's also a pattern in here. It's a crochet pattern for that cowl on the ball band. So with it, I'm into autumn at the minute, can't you tell? So I thought I'd get the autumnal colours. I quite like this. So I have started knitting it. It's done on UK or English number 7 needles. This is as far as I've got. This is William coming back. I don't know whether he knows I'm filming or not, but I can hear him knocking about. So that's as far as I've got with it. You start at the bottom and you work it up, and you just keep going until you've used the ball of wool, or until you get to the point that you're happy with. And also in threads, I picked up one of these for keeping your needles in. It's a little wooden, wasn't expensive, that little wooden container, which is threaded, and it's just handy to keep in your handy to keep in with your stitching accessories. So yeah, what else do I have to tell you? don't think there's anything else. A lot of people have seen my blackberry picking picture I put on Instagram, and I did put a little video up here of the blackberries before I picked them. The pie, no, it's not pie, it's a crumble. The crumble has yet to be made because we didn't have any apples in the freezer, like a certain person said we did have, because I wanted blackberry and apple crumble. So watch this space. And I think that's gonna be it for me for today. Hopefully there'll be some stitching next time. And we'll see you all later. Bye for now. Bye.